Kia ora to all my underdogs and entrepreneurs out there. For all of you that don't know who I am, my name is Sam. I am a 26-year-old Māori from a small city in the South Island of New Zealand called Kaikoura. So, you probably see me as a motivational, inspirational, happy, love success kind of person on Facebook and Instagram and in person, but it wasn't always like that. I'm going to use this video to actually allow you into my life, my previous life, my life now, what I'm doing, what I'm going to do, what I've been through, what I'm going through, and my end game. So, let's start at the start. My childhood was quite rough. I grew up with an abusive father and a mother that loved us so much that she tried to shield us from it, but got most of it in return. So when we were about 10, they split up and we got pulled, my family and my siblings, we got pulled between, parent, and since each parent lived in a different city, it was very hard for us because, one day we'll be at school and then the next day they'll be like, hey, you're going to Kaikoura for, a year, 6 months, 2 months, however long your father wants you. I'm always been a daddy's boy, so I didn't receive it as bad as my other brothers, but yeah. So since I had no father and not really that much siblings around me, I was quite a loner at primary school, intermediate and high school. Severe bullying started in intermediate because I had no friends, I had no person to hang out with, I didn't know what to do. I always tried to be accepted by other people, other groups, try to join them, I try to act cool, be cool, everything like that. So I got bullied all the way up until high school and throughout high school as well. I was the nerd, I was the loner, I didn't really have much friends. I had two friends, and I'm still friends with them till today, so that's pretty good. But in intermediate and high school, we grew up in a lower income kind of family with not that much money, so I was never ever materialistic. And then I was just sick of seeing my family. Even maybe it started when I was about 14. I hated seeing my family struggle paycheck to paycheck, and even though my mum put out money, food on the tables and in our bellies, I love my mum more than anything in this whole entire world. So I know what she's been through, and my dad wasn't really there after probably 14. We'd see him, once every 6 to 8 months. So I was really turning into a mama's boy. So my mum, I always tried to change schools because of the bullying, but I was too scared to tell my mum that I was getting bullied. So I picked up the courage one day after getting completely ridiculed at school and publicly shamed for something that I'll show you and tell you later on in the video. I picked up the courage to tell my mum that I was getting bullied at school, and that's where it changed. She moved me to a community school I actually really enjoyed it because I made a lot of friends there. I wasn't used to having friends and hanging out with people at lunchtime, so it was pretty cool. So, but ever since intermediate, I struggled really bad with acceptance. I had to be accepted. I had to be, I had to have friends. I had to be accepted. Being accepted, I would do anything. I would lie. I would say this. I would try and act cool. I would be like this person, and then I'd be like, "Hey man, yeah, look, I'll keep on talking," and then I'll get figured out one day that it was all a lie. And so I got into like a lying habit, and it was not that great because it really burnt bridges between me and a couple of friends and family, and I turned back into the loner that I was before I had friends. So about high school, I left high school. I left high school in year 12. So I didn't know what to do with my life. I worked a couple places, KFC, bartending, waitering, everything like that. So pretty much just to get ends meet. And then I got on a course through the welfare system to get my security license, and that actually turned out to be actually a good career that I pursued. I was in for 4 years. But okay, let's get to the start of the entrepreneurial life. So I saw all my mates wanting to be rich and famous and happy, and then I saw what all these other people were having. They were having Range Rovers, they were the latest phone, they had the PS2, that back then. And I was like, man, I wish I could have that, but we couldn't, obviously. So I thought, nah, I'm gonna try and do something. I'm gonna try and do something to gain a PS2. So I started doing everything that I could. I was the mailman. I was the poster boy. I was doing, like weekend jobs. I was cleaning. I was doing everything I could. So once I accomplished getting that PS2, that's when I knew that I was like, yep, okay, I like to work for stuff. So when I was 18, I moved to a place called Dunedin in New Zealand, and I thought, let's give this events a go. And then so I promoted it for I think it was like 6 months, every single day, and putting this amount of money in, promoting it like this, and when it came to it, I was so hyped up about it. I gave my mates free tickets because they were my mates, and it completely flopped. I booked an international artist. I spent more than I could ever dream of thinking about in that time, because I borrowed. I got a loan because I wanted to try it out, a business startup. It completely flopped, like worse than, no one actually showed up. So it was quite annoying and destructive because no one showed up. It was not funny at the time, but that got me into a really dark place. I went into a little bit of a not depression, but I would say seclusion. I didn't come out of my house for 2 weeks, and then so for 2 years I was on the benefit, like the welfare here. So the Centrelink or whatever it's called. I was on that for 2 years. I was earning $180 a week, and I thought this was my life. I would rather just sit back and do nothing, watch movies, chill out and not work. And I was really beaten up and destroyed in my head. So, and yeah, it was not that good. So then I decided to actually move countries. I said, no, I need a new start. I need to actually pick it up, get my ass into gear. So I contacted a friend, and he said I could move in with him in the Gold Coast. So I was like, yes, Gold Coast. So I moved to the Gold Coast with about $500 to my name, and I thought, new city, new country, new start. So I started smashing it out. I started working towards an event there in the Gold Coast with my friend. But then something bad happened. My friend bailed on me mid-event, and I actually got everything taken from me, bailed to another country, and I was left with nothing, no place to stay, no job, as I paid him to stay there. And so I became homeless for the first time in my life. I was actually like, oh my god, like, I'm homeless. I was like, wow, I didn't actually know. It just happened just like that. So there I was for 2 months. I haven't told anyone this, but for 2 months I slept on benches, anywhere I could find. Any money that I get, I'd go to a backpackers. I would sleep in hotel lobbies. I would sleep under trees. So it was a very dark point for me, and that was the most painful 2 months of my life. After 2 months, I couldn't bear with it anymore, so I applied for I was applying for jobs throughout the 2 months, but nothing would actually take me because I didn't have a residence. I didn't have a place to put on my CV or on the job application form. Not even the supermarket would take me. So I contacted my mum, and just swallowed all my pride and just said, Mum, I'm in some bad stuff right now. I've been homeless for a while, and I can't do it anymore. I wanted to just make it so I didn't have to call you. So my mum actually bailed me out of Australia back to New Zealand, and I felt so destroyed and done. That was when I was thinking about throwing in the towel. And then my mum said to me, Sam, stuff like that happens. All you need to do is just wipe it off your shoulder and keep on going. Coming from my mum, that was pretty cool, because she was never very she's never very accepting of the way that I lived, as my mum is a senior church pastor. The nightclub scene, me telling her that I was walking in nightclubs and all of that kind of stuff, was not cool with her. So I picked myself back up. I had about 6 months of off time, and so I learned I was like, well, I'm not working, I'm not doing anything, I'm living here for free. I will pay my mum back, I will pay, And so I decided to learn how to make websites, and over 6 months I actually became very good at it, and then got my first client. So I was quite happy about that, and I started to get a little bit more spring in my step. And then I decided, okay, one more time, let's try and do an event. And I was like, yep, sweet, awesome, let's smash that, doing another event, woo! And then I got people on board, I was promoting, I was smashing it, and I spent a lot of money on it, like a lot, nearly everything that I had earned from the client before, and everything was going really good actually. I booked another international artist, everything. I had the full setup, I had the poster, I had the flyers, everything. And then 3 days before the event, I get a message that just made me drop pretty much to my knees. And so a friend of mine told me, you never get scammed, you never get screwed over. Sounds weak. You just chose the wrong partner. So I chose the wrong partner, and again, everything was gone. They didn't pay for anything, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. So that got me into some very deep depression because people had already bought tickets. I was completely smashed. My soul, my life, I hated life. I went into a very dark and deep depression. I had to get antidepressants. For a part, I was on suicide watch because I couldn't deal with life at that moment. It's the most darkest I've ever been. I just didn't want to live. I just had nothing to live for. No job, no friends, publicly destroyed because it all just flopped. But yeah, and then after 2 years, like 4 years of trying the entrepreneurial thing, I threw in the towel for the first time. I just said, nah, I'm not doing anything. So I got a job, just a normal 9-to-5 job, and I was just like, yep, sweet, this is me, this is it. And then I had a friend that has been my friend for about 10 years now. He's my best mate, he's my brother. He taught me, I don't think I would actually be here if it wasn't for him, so I thank you. I'm not going to say you on here, but he is honestly the #1 person that motivated me to get back on my feet after being suicidal. So I went from suicidal to actually I'm going to give life a go and I'm going to smash it. You just keep on falling off the horse, just keep on getting back on. That's what he just kept on telling me every day, encouraging me every day, being my motivator, being my coach. So I was happy to meet him. I was happy to learn from him, and yeah. So yeah, it was amazing to see that there was one person that still believed in me. Okay, that's enough for the negative. That was just to show you that I've been through the worst. There's people worse than me, but mate, like, smashed it out. Been homeless, hospitalized. I've been chosen the wrong partner a couple times. I have gone the lowest a person can go. But now I'm going to tell you my come up story, the reason why I am who I am today. Okay, so that's enough of the negative. I've been through it all. I've went through it all, and yeah, so now I think we are going to actually be a lot more positive, because positivity is key. So I'm gonna tell you how I got to where I am now. So this is the fun part. So after being publicly destroyed and ridiculed, I thought, actually, this place is not for me. I am going to start a new life. So when I was over in New Zealand, I started talking to this entrepreneur called Steve McMiniman. Yes, you gorgeous person, you. So he honestly helped me so much with my mindset and with how I think about things. Like, it's just insane how one person can make such an impact on your life. So I'm using this time to thank, and I just want to send my love out to you, Steve. You are the man. You've made a big change, big impact in my life before I moved here to Melbourne. So, obviously, I'm in Melbourne now. I've been living here for about 3 months. I am loving it. Everything's going better than expected. I now have a successful creative business. I have networked and marketed with the best people, with millionaires and soon to be billionaire, and have more friends than before. That is just positive. So every single time I scroll down my Facebook feed now, it's just positive. Entrepreneur, do this. You're gonna get through the day. You're amazing. I just love it. You're seeing positivity every single way through my Facebook, and that's what you need. You need to be surrounded by positive people to give you the best impact on your life. So after 7 years of rejection, getting disowned by my family, getting all this heartbreak, all this homelessness, after 7 years, I'm still going. I can be a testament to, if you do not give up, you can succeed. I'm more happy, I'm more positive now. I am actually right now getting coached by an amazing entrepreneur that runs his own business, how to profit from presentations. His name is Christopher Duncan. I love watching him speak. I've seen him live twice. I just went straight into his program because I know that he's amazing. He can really bring my business from here up to here. So everyone out there that's struggling, everyone out there that has off days, everyone out there that's feeling that they're not good enough, just know that I'm only a message away. You are amazing. I'm amazing, and in the forms of, I'm never ever gonna stop, ever. Like I've had so much negativity that I could just roll it over into a life movie. Seriously, so many people just negative. Sam, you're never gonna make it. Sam, you're never gonna do this. Sam. I'm just like, no. You can actually just zip it. And I see myself like just. Everyone's telling me to make realistic goals, but what's the fun in that? I want to smash it. I want my life to be a testament to people in the lower income families. I want the underdogs. I want starting out, burnt out entrepreneurs. I want people to know that there's no such way. Unless you are dead, that's when you quit. You cannot quit. 100%. I've got your back. Everyone else has got your back. Well, if they do. And I just want to let you know that you'll be seeing a lot more of me. I'm going to start on Monday, so it's Saturday today. I'm going to be starting a daily YouTube vlog, so just to show you the life of Sam King. So I just want to say, thank you. I just want to see. Hold on. Yeah, so I've covered everything. I had to write notes just to keep me on point. So I've been through everything that I wanted to share. But also, I am doing a program called Help for the Homeless. So if you know a barber with his own kit in Melbourne, anywhere in Melbourne, and he wouldn't mind freeing up a couple hours a week to go give homeless people a shave, a haircut, some dry shampoo, some mini lynxes, that would be highly appreciated. I hope to bring an impact to nations, to the whole world. So I want to thank you for watching this, and thank you for being a part of my journey. Haters, fans in denial, friends, Steve, Chris, Dan. This wouldn't have been available. I wouldn't have been able to do this without my mate Daniel. You're the man. And there's a lot of people that I could just name, but definitely I love every single one of you, and I can't wait to see your success. So I want you to have a good day, a good year. Just take action. Go from underdog to top dog. You got it. Sam King, over and out.